Comic books as I was a kid, so a lot of my pictures have comic books in them.
There's a little piece of Daniel Mazzone in each of his creations. Every scrap cut, ripped, and shaped with meaning in mind. Historic fragments of newspaper articles, quotes, and photos, all telling a bigger story.
From far away, it looks like one thing, and then when you go close, you see all these other little things.
The self-taught artist never imagined he could make collage a career. He left home and dropped out of school at 15. He ended up homeless for 5 years before finishing school and eventually becoming a mortgage broker. That's when he began creating these collages.
I like to collect old newspapers and that sort of stuff, so I started, ripping paper and gluing it and just kind of creating my own thing.
A restaurant he used to work at hung his first piece. It wasn't even for sale, but ended up fetching $14,000. Then, 4 years later, his portrait of Babe Ruth grabbed the attention of Blue Jay Jose Bautista, who saw it on Instagram and wanted to meet the man behind it.
Just putting a face and a person to the story. That was the most important part for me, knowing that he was a local Toronto kid and that most likely he would be open to meeting with me was also attractive for me.
This just days after Bautista's famous bat flip. Bautista bought several pieces. His fellow Blue Jay, Marcus Stroman, bought one too.
I admire his work. I think he's got a unique technique, and I like all the use of his colors and different images that he uses.
Mazzone credits his success in part to his time on the streets as a teenager. He hopes his art will make people stop and notice all the small pieces that make up other people's stories. Stephanie Van Campen, CBC News, Toronto.